truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be.
My name is David Amundo and I'm a senior here at York. What do? I am a photographer. I classify my photography as relatively nomadic. I'm anywhere at any time and I'm up for a shoot, pretty much anywhere. But in terms of engagement, I do a lot of shoots for a lot of teachers and organizations around the school, mostly for AP Studio. So when I was younger, I used to have not Polaroid cameras, but those disposable cameras that you would get developed at like any drugstore. And I don't know, I always enjoyed the stillness that came with a lot of photos. It would kind of slow things down for me, so yeah. A couple things I've learned about myself is I'm a lot more patient than I ever anticipated that I would be. And that mostly comes from problem solving and learning to see things from a different perspective if I run into a blockade. A major setback that I often run into is like limited resource and limited time. You're not always open or available for a shoot because you have something else going on, or oftentimes a different shoot. That's usually the biggest blockade that I run into. So when I started taking pictures, I didn't think about it. I just saw what I thought looked interesting and I took the picture. And then there's the golden, rule, which is take your camera everywhere you go. That's a good way to get started. Another really important tip in terms of starting photography is don't rush yourself when you're trying to learn new things. I learned everything on my own over time. I still learn every day. It's really important that you keep things at a moderate pace. For me, to evoke emotion, it's most often composition and color. Color, I think, is probably the most important to evoke a certain emotion, but then again, I don't want to force my viewers into having a specific emotion. I don't want to say there's a right answer. They can leave it up to their own interpretation of the image. There's something about being able to retain a memory or an emotion to evoke it in someone else just through an image or a still. Well, something that I tell myself a lot when I'm trying not to replicate anyone is, say I have an object and that object has the same person, the same place, the same emotion around it. How am I going to do it differently than the millions of photographers who took pictures of it before me? That's something I keep in mind when thinking about new perspectives and new ways of taking photos. Cool. Thanks guys, again, I'm David Amundo, and bye.
Good morning, York. These are your YTV daily announcements for Thursday, January 10th, 2019. Thank you, LJ, for that awesome video. I'm Aileen.
And I'm Isabel. Attention seniors, YTV is starting to collect horizontal videos and any type of photos for this year's senior video. Please send your videos and pictures to yorkclass of2019@gmail.com. Also seniors, check your email for an email from me, Isabel Downey, regarding senior quotes. Not everyone who submitted a quote received this email. It's only if your quote is too long.
Welcome back, York Hockey Nation. The Dukes are climbing the ranks and are at 8th in the top 20 of Ross Foreman's Illinois high school hockey rankings. Some big games ahead with today versus Loyola, tomorrow versus Stevenson, and Sunday versus Glenbrook North. Each of these games leads the Duke into senior night at Friday Night Ice with Stevenson on the 18th. Lots of hockey still going on before the Dukes head to the beginning of the SHL playoffs in February. Go Dukes! All girls interested in joining the girls' track and field team should report to practice on Monday, January 14th at 2 p.m. in the Fieldhouse. Please be sure to have an up-to-date physical on file and be registered through the athletic office. Those athletes still in a winter sport should contact Coach Maletich ASAP and plan to report to practice immediately following the conclusion of their season. Any questions, please contact Coach Maletich.
Do you enjoy being creative, making crafts, and doing a variety of art projects? Come to the Lincoln Lab Tuesday, January 15th, right after school for an art club informational meeting. We will be talking about possible ideas for this new club and what we want to do in the future. Contact Ms. Drum with any questions. Hey International Club members, our first meeting of second semester will be on Wednesday, January 16th in room A390 right after school. We'll be discussing t-shirt ideas and planning for International Fest. New members are always welcome. For any questions, contact Ms. McGowan or Ms. Caniali. See you Wednesday.
Are you interested in interviewing for stage managing for this year's spring musical? If so, please contact Mrs. Marietti by today. Ciao Dukes, do you love Italian language and culture or just eating Italian food? If so, join Italian Club on Tuesday, January 15th in room A227. We will enjoy Italian treats as we plan for the rest of the school year.
Student Council will officially be holding a winter dance to take place on February 22nd. Visit thisisyork.org to vote for a name and find out more details about this upcoming event. And those have been your YTV daily announcements for Thursday, January 10th, 2019. I'm Isabel.
And I'm Aileen. Have a great day, York.